I'll just say this. Once you get to like the later part of the fall in some areas, it can get really difficult. It can get brutal because it's cold, first of all. The days get shorter, there's less light. Like I said, some areas, there's no palm trees. Like if you go to Florida, if you go to southern uh, places, um, you know, a lot of people that I see, they wake up, they go to work, they got a good work ethic. They come home, and they repeat the cycle. It doesn't always equate to health because, what you're working hard on does matter, and I've come to realize it. Uh, there's different qualities in life that people can have. Work ethic is one. I've made several videos on YouTube, and one thing that I genuinely like to do that makes me feel better is just being able to communicate. Communication is a high frequency activity, high vibrational activity, because when you're suppressed all the time, and you're not doing anything, there's no new ideas, there's no new thought. You're in this mode of dungeon programming, as some people like to term it, and you are constantly in that cycle, that loop, and it's absolutely demoralizing to me. I mean, some people get through it; it's just they're programmed that way. That's how they are, and it's honestly just absolutely demoralizing. It's awful. If you don't have any free thought, if you don't have a real vision that matters, something that is actually meaningful, uh, it's fucking terrible. And I'd like to get in front of people and curse out and get all pissed off at times because it's needed. If there's so much suppression, if there's so much evil, and you continue to go through that process, some people are just programmed a certain way, and it's sad. It's certainly a sad thing. They're hardworking people. They mean the best, but you know, it's disappointing when someone cannot, when they're stuck, and they physical sicknesses occur from this, mental sicknesses, and it hurts you if you can't break out of a certain way of being that's been around for a long time, and you're not breaking the cycle. In life, you're meant to evolve. You're meant to do something different. You are meant to not just be stuck. And if you are stuck, you're not getting anywhere. I'm not, and now that's not to say work ethic isn't good, because it is. You work hard on something, you stick to it. It's essential, actually. Um, but I'm just noticing. I'm noticing these patterns. Um, if you look at astrology, the third house is communication. The third sign is Gemini. If you look at where the seasons are in comparison with the zodiac signs in Western astrology, Gemini at the end is where you get to the summer solstice. You go through Gemini season, and in Vedic it's a little different. But once you get to the summer solstice, you're going through Gemini in both Western and Vedic, and my point is that it's the most light. When you communicate, Gemini rules communication. There's more light. You're at a higher frequency. You're operating at a higher frequency. The most amount of light throughout in one single day, and then and then after that, it starts to get darker. There's not as much light. There's not as much hope, um, and that's kind of what happens in these times of the year. We get to the fall, and we get to the winter. It's extremely deteriorating, and you got to have a mind of your own and stay true to your own values. When people are going to try to take you out of it, that's how it goes. They'll never they're not going to understand, and they'll criticize you. They'll shame you for it. They'll guilt you into certain things. That's where you got to be stronger, because Certain things matter to you, and you got to protect it. It's as simple as that. This world will crush you. It'll crush your spirit if you allow it to. So work hard on the things that are important. Communicate. Have those new ideas. Be thinking. Be trying to evolve. Because, if you're doing the same thing, you're stuck. I'm shaking my head because I see certain things, and I gotta have the strength to just accept it. But it's hard because I'm noticing patterns that I do not like. But this message right here, this is about the ability to communicate. The cycles that we go through, the seasons, how they quite literally have an effect on what's going on in our lives. But I can guarantee you from my experience, I absolutely guarantee that there are forces of this dungeon programming around you, and there's these entities that live and breathe within people that keep them programmed, that don't allow them to have any kind of thought to do anything different. It's kind of, I never really watched Star Wars, but it's kind of like that. It is the light forces versus the dark, and these entities live within people. And if you're stuck, then you're going to be stuck there for a very long time, possibly forever. And you're never going to get out of it. And that's the way that's the fucking way that it's set up. Those who have that authority, they have a plan for how they seek for your existence to be, and it's going to be, this is the protocol that I have set before you, and you're going to follow it, and that's how they want it to be. But at the end of the day, there's things you can control and there's things you fucking can't. And the things that you fucking can control, how about you do something about it, huh? How about you fucking do something about it? If I didn't care, I wouldn't make these videos. If I didn't care, I wouldn't have that passion running through me to speak on these things. Because I do care. It's like, I notice how people are, and I disapprove of it. I disapprove completely. But sometimes my anger will get the best of me. Me being pissed off, me being furious, and it's misdirected. You gotta direct it the right way. You gotta be disciplined. That's where the work ethic and the hard work comes. Where you put that energy towards a certain project, and you utilize it the right way. I don't got much else to say right now, but this is something on my mind. It's huge. This is life or death. This is the spiritual battle, and then these are the real attacks that are taking place. Because or else you're gonna fall into this systematic programming, and it's gonna crush your spirit completely. And that's how most people live their lives. And I'll call them out on it. I don't care, because they're not gonna call it out for themselves. They're gonna continue to be in that cycle, and it's fucking terrible. So I don't know what else to say right now. That's it. I'll definitely be talking about this more.